Hey, Adam Culbertson here. Before we begin, we got a promo from another independent podcast, so when you finish this episode, make sure you go and check them out.
Oh my god, I know words.
Yeah, I love etymology!
Spooky ooky. Murder.
Double murders.
Zombies. Horror is always political.
Mm-hmm. I don't like that at all.
Hi, I'm Alex, and I'm a creep.
And I'm Sunshine, her creep-enabling best friend.
Together we tackle all things horror. History, politics, science, and sociology. From zombies to serial killers.
Pomegranates and Pitchforks is a horror and true crime podcast that brings true stories and not-so-true stories together in beautiful and disturbing harmony.
Steel your mind for eldritch horrors of the universe unknown. For what is to follow is a tale of intrigue, mystery, and madness. You're listening to Microphones and Monsters. You guys did just spend a night trying to sleep off this dread after Julian got completely wasted.
And how?
Victor is a sad sack again with his not being able to turn human, and then he's just babbling, trying to talk to Julian while he's drunk, and Julian understands him.
Yes.
I don't know how accurate he was, though. I can't. I don't know what Victor was trying to say, but Julian seemed to understand him. And then Aleister went home after talking with Manrose and taking a nap at the agency to go rest at home. So you guys did level up before you do wake up, or before we wake up everybody and we go about this downtime of dread, which will be 9 days.
This dread time.
What did you guys gain at level 6? We'll start with Max today.
Okay. At level 6, I got another 1 or 2 infusions. So with that, I did magical tinkering and created a lantern of revealing, which burns for 6 hours per 1 point of oil, 30 feet radius of dim light with additional 30 rays of bright light, 30 rays of dim light. Invisible creatures and objects visible as long as they are in the lantern's bright light. So this this kind of removes the need for detect invisible. So I'm not going to use that spell anymore. I'm going to use this item. And all I got to do is stick oil in the damn thing. I did get another infusion, which was resistant armor. Grants resistance to a chosen damage type. When you have it infused on armor. So I'm going to infuse it to mine, and I'm going to choose psychic as the damage type because I don't want psychic damage. It's really bad.
Okay.
And I got another one. Oh yeah, the Tinker's Tools, or not Tinker's Tools. It's what is it called? Tool expertise. Sorry, my proficiency bonus is doubled for any ability check that uses proficiency with a tool, and I happen to use a lot of tools, so my skill ability for ability checks is real nice if I'm using those.
Yeah.
And-
Yeah, you're proficient in so many tools because of being an alchemist or artificer.
Harm assist.
Yeah, pharmacist, yeah.
I can also create 2 experimental elixirs, so I can't remember if that was 5 or 6, but I do have that. So I guess on the end of the 9th day or whenever I need to, I'll roll for the elixirs.
Yes, that you have not been using.
I forgot. Hey, it happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes you go on large alcoholic benders and then you wake up and forget things.
Yeah. All right. Is that it?
Yep, that's it.
Okay. Let's do Aleister.
All right. So first things first, I gained a whopping 4 hit points. And
Oh, I also got 2 hit points on my healing, and that was crap.
Yeah.
I selected a new spell, which I selected Vampiric Touch, which we've gone ahead and pre-clarified, decided that with the tail extension would be able to deliver touch attacks. So cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess kind of big thing is I got a new patron secret for Warlock, which this is actually one of the ones out of the Mythos book, so you probably aren't familiar with it. But what I get is, for once on my turn, like once per turn on my turn, I can add my charisma modifier to damage dealt by a cantrip. So, like, say, Eldritch Blast.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It does specifically state that it can only deal the additional target to one damage to one target. So I'm interpreting that as meaning that it's only going to apply to one beam. So even if I were to target multiple beams at the same target, it would only add that extra charisma one time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas the Agonizing Blast Invocation just states whenever Eldritch Blast deals damage, you add your charisma modifier, which to me would be charisma on each beam.
Yeah.
And then the other half of that is I gain the ability to react whenever I get hit by something. I can react by using a cantrip at the attacker.
So, like Eldritch Blast.
Like Eldritch Blast. Yeah, you're getting it. Hey, I'm intentionally nerfing myself by not trying to do broken shit like use Mephistopheles' Kiss or Kiss of Mephistopheles or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Which is something that was, I guess, technically Unearthed Arcana, but I don't even want to pursue that because it basically makes every Eldritch Blast come with a fireball.
Oh, God.
Oh.
That could be really bad.
That would be beyond
real.
bad, both for my party members and like
Yes.
everybody else.
Yeah.
Because you give absolutely no shit about collateral damage, mostly.
I give a small
Small.
shit.
Cat size.
Just a tiny little compact
Yeah.
like turd.
Enough to cover up and litter.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Okay, sorry, I have to ask the question now. Do you use a litter box? In-game?
Does Aleister use a litter box?
I feel like that's an important question that hasn't been addressed yet.
That is a fair question. But Aleister is far too dignified for something like that. He uses the same facilities as normal humans would.
All
He uses the
He uses
toilet.
the toilet. He's trained.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Again, the word is
Dignified,
dignified.
yes.
Dignified, yeah.
Does he have
And
a
he does
small
have
little
mage hand to-
cat-sized bowl? Or is it a normal size?
He shits in the sink.
He has a human
I mean,
toilet.
it's the same thing, right?
He's got a human toilet. His just little cat sitting on the
Yeah.
human toilet. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Like that cat on Meet the Fockers.
Yeah.
yeah.
There are cats and dogs that are trained to use the toilet.
Oh, I know. But if it's Aleister's toilet, I don't see why he wouldn't make it Aleister size anyway. I'm just saying.
There
I
are
mean-
reasons.
Ultimately, he can hold himself with mage hand and poop while floating.
You could use Mage Hand to change a litter box too. So
I could use Mage Hand to just fly around and poop on things like a bird.
You really could.
Oh man. So that's it for Aleister?
Yep.
No, and it is official. Aleister knows how to use a toilet.
It's true. That's canon.
Yes.
make sure you
We're
pay attention in
building
future episodes.
You guys heard it here.
Yeah,
folks.
this is some serious world building right here, folks.
Lore has been dropped.
Just like the turd in the
Exactly.
toilet.
Oh man. Victor. What did Victor get? Or Steven, what did Victor get?
Victor, went up to monk level 6. So he got another key point because that's always fun. He has key empowered strikes, so his unarmed strikes count as magical for the purpose of overcoming resistance and immunity to non-magical attacks. So now when he hits things, it pretends it's magic or something. Also,
No, it is magic. It's not pretending.
And movement speed went up to 45 feet, so he's faster than Aleister now. Got 3 hit points. Woohoo.
Just you wait until I get Dindor.
And then he also got 2 of the Necrophage Monk traits, which is one is Dinner Conversation, so you can cast Speak with Dead without expending spell slot, but to target a corpse that he currently has an insight from the Psychic Feast trait.
I just want to point out that name is amazing.
Yes. Well, he also got Diverse Palette, so you can
palette.
So you can any creature or corpse that has an intelligence score of 5 or higher, you can use the Psychic Feast trait on. So it works on any creature, even the undead. It just doesn't work with things that don't have flesh, which makes sense. And I think that's about it. It's a pretty simple level for Victor here. Woohoo! 3 hit points.
Yeah, Victor's been struggling on hit points.
It's okay. He's just lean is all.
Oh, we need to
34.
Bring a rusty can of cheer wine into this game.
There you go.
Yeah.
Taz reference there. I do like that dinner conversation.
Oh yeah. That one might prove to be interesting at some point.
And
Yeah, so you can converse with your dinner.
And just for the listeners, like we've had this discussion ourselves, but Victor, his knowledge of monks comes from a human, basically. So his necrophage abilities, he's having to learn them as he goes. So while he does have these abilities, he doesn't know that he has them because he doesn't have anything to go off of because he doesn't know any knowledge of crypt folk monks or mytho school monks.
Yep. Victor is woefully unaware of his abilities.
Yeah.
That sounds about par for the
Very
course.
accurate.
Victor didn't even remember that he could do stunning strike during the last battle. He didn't remember that. It was Victor's fault. It wasn't Steven's fault.
It's okay. I forgot.
No,
infusions.
it was very good
Yes,
role
yep.
play. Bravo.
Yeah, it was. And but yeah, you not knowing what you can do that you have the ability to do, I get to have fun with introducing that to your character as I don't know. As fucked up as I want. I don't know. I can't really I can't really think of a better word.
You haven't unlocked crypt folk instinct yet. You have to push your
Par
limits.
for the course for Victor.
All right. So everybody wakes up. You do have 9 full days that you have to recover from dread. It was a total of 10 days. I just instead of doing 9.5 days or whatever, you got 9 days left. You of course are probably not. Well, I mean, we've already discussed it. You're not wanting to go out and investigate, try to come across more eldritch entities to cause more dread.
No.
And you're going to try and use this time to prepare, just like before the hospital. You just have more time to prepare, but you're also afraid, you're uneasy. Things just aren't really going your way right now. So it's going to be a weird downtime period, and Aleister's feeling it less, but it's still affecting him. And then, of course, Victor and Julian, you have your temporary madnesses that will be triggered when I feel like it. Or not triggered at all. I may not even see the point in doing it. We'll just say that it did happen during time that we weren't role playing. But who wanted to start off with what you wanted to do over the course of 9 days? We're going to try and wrap it up quickly. But we will, whatever you want to role play out, we can play out those scenes.
Well, if you want, mine can be very quick unless we want to role play out everything.
Depends on what you want to do.
Richard, go first.
All right, I open a book. What's on page 1?
It's blank.
Table of contents.
This page intentionally left blank.
All
You're
right,
not
I
at
think
the
I want
table
to
of
go to
contents
chapter
yet.
3. What's in chapter 3?
It's a choose your own adventure story.
No, I'm not going to make that shit up. Well, I mean, this is a choose your own adventure story. Like, that's what.
Hey.
Yeah, we get to choose our own adventure.
No, but what do you want to do, Rich? Yeah, we can knock yours out real quick.
Yeah, mine's pretty simple and straightforward. Aleister is going to stay holed up in his house for the entirety of the 9 days. He's not going to be leaving for anything.
Okay.
And he is going to be pouring through every one of the books in his study to try and find anything else he can about this Tattered King, or anything that might relate the Tattered King to Tulsa, or any kind of better angle that might offer him on his various researches.
In your study of Tulsa, because you do have materials on Tulsa, you do come across stuff about Tulsa having enemies, and there's multiple names. You don't see the Tattered King in there. You don't see the King in Yellow, but you do see other names.
No, none that seem pertinent to this particular situation.
None of them jump out to you.
Okay.
Not saying that none of them are
Right.
affiliated, but the names are so different than what you know right now that you wouldn't know who is what.
Right. But it's not going to stop me from looking.
Yeah. But yeah, you spend your 9 days going through that. You do get deliveries from the Stout Hearts through the days, so they do bring you fresh milk, fresh fish, and any other necessities that you get regularly from them.
While we're at it, and I know that there's a very slim chance that they might, but I will also ask that if they come across any, let's say, really old books, that I would appreciate them maybe bringing those to me as well.
Well, yeah, we'll check out the library for you and see if there's anything that might interest you. You got any specific subjects you're looking for?
I forgot they were yak folk.
Gosh.
Well, let's just say it should be things that are maybe more of the occult, arcane, or mysterious nature.
Okay, that's kind of creepy. But yeah, I'll bring it for you. Help you with your research. And
Thank you.
have a good day, Aleister.
Thank you, and you as well.
The delivery service is called Paw Mates.
All right. So yeah, you continue to research and nothing really. You do come across the King in Yellow. You do get a copy of that, but again, same information you knew before, and you you're just finding out more stuff about Tulsa and other entities. I guess we'll cross the path of names whenever you come across it in the future, and you can roll to from your research.
And that's perfectly fine. Again,
Yeah.
like, I don't necessarily expect a lot of answers here. but
Yeah, I know.
It's not going to stop me from wanting to research.
Yeah. All right. Who wants to do their 9 days break next? Or recovery. It's not a break.
Yeah, I'll wake up from a terrible, terrible hangover
On the bathroom floor.
on the bathroom floor. I guess I'll just be like absolutely miserable for one day because there's no way I'm going to be able to get any kind of coherent work done the first day.
Okay.
So I'll be, pissing and moaning and drinking water and puking until I got all that out of my system.
And random, just falling unconscious here and there.
Yeah, God, oh man, if I'm puking in a toilet and then I just fall unconscious and then I just face plant right in the toilet,
Oh,
well, that'd be really bad.
Is there another bathroom available in the building?
not that you know
Victor?
of. I guess there's one in the office. Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll say there's one in the office.
Victor might use the bathroom in the office if Julian's occupying the other.
The world building in this session is centered around toilets.
It's the toilet episode, folks.
This is important information. We need to know.
Victor's gonna cook some bad food and get food poisoning and just have the worst stomach ever.
Victor's not going to cook any bad food.
I'll let the dice decide that. So I'll do that for the first day, and then for the rest of the time, I want to do a couple things. First is I need to do my thing I do in my normal downtime, which is brew healing potions.
All right. And it takes 8 hours to brew a single potion.
Okay, so I want to do 3 more of those.
Okay.
So, one thing I want to do is, I want to do the potion, but at the same time while the potion is brewing, I want to go into the DDA and see if they have books / language primers on Yithian.
Okay. Yeah, so while that's brewing down in the lab, you do pass Fiona and just casual conversation. She's letting you she basically says the same thing to you that she said to Victor about, like, y'all recover and we'll gather for a meeting and discuss what happened after you're feeling better, because she already knows that y'all are under dread, and now you know that she knows.
Yeah, she knew exactly what it was, like the first moment she saw both Victor and I, which there's questions in itself about that. But I would ask her, well, no, would she have the knowledge on that, or what's his face would?
Hastings?
Well, you wanted to go to the library.
Yeah, because
the big library.
Yeah,
in
I would assume
not on the. Yeah,
I would assume that's where the place I would probably go to see if I can find at least information on the language itself.
All right. You do arrive on that floor after taking the elevator with Manrose, and you do notice that, just like always, anytime you go below the ground floor, he pulls the key out. And
hold on, is it awkward between me and Manrose right now? Because like a few days ago, he just saw me absolutely schnockered, and I was like leaning on him and just absolutely being irresponsible.
No, he does ask. Oh no, you haven't tried to leave the building or anything like that yet.
No.
But no, he's just his normal, cordial self.
I want to play it off like nothing happened.
Okay. He's just like, what could I do for you, Julian? Where do you want to go?
Hi, Manrose. If you could please take me to the library, I need to speak with Hastings.
Oh, of course. He is in. So, here's the library.
Good. All right. Thank you, Manrose.
No problem. And you see, you go in, and Hastings is at one of the tables, not the same one that he was at before. There are multiple tables in there. and he's surrounded by books, and he's writing in 2 books with his hands, and he's writing in and he's holding up a book in front of his face with his tail that he's reading while he's writing with out to the sides.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Hastings. I know you're very busy. Is there any way you could point me in the direction for any kind of materials regarding ancient language or unknown language, specifically some maybe Yithian language?
Oh, yes. Am I doing the voice the same? I'm Hastings. Hastings. Is that right?
No.
Yes. Hastings?
It's not that raspy.
Oh, yes, I like to do these things.
Like that.
Oh, yes. Hastings. Yes. Like that?
Close enough.
Maybe?
It's been a while. No one
Okay.
will remember.
Yeah, it has been a while. I haven't been Hastings in quite a while.
He's got allergies.
Yeah. I do. Oh, you're looking for Yithian. Information on the Yith?
That's correct.
Oh, yeah. Follow me. And he sets the book down and sets his pens down. And he hops off the chair that he's on, and he's running on all fours, and you just follow him.
Oh.
And he stops, and you follow him for a while, like maybe 10, 15 minutes, and he's just getting deeper and deeper into
Jesus,
the library.
This place is huge. I didn't realize how big it was.
Very, very large library.
Like the one in Beauty and the Beast.
Or the, what was that one? That one cartoon.
The Page
with
Master.
Macaulay Culkin. The Page Master, yeah, like that kind of library. Or the librarian.
There you go.
But he's like, oh, yes. There are some books here on the Yith. Sadly, not many of them are translated. There are small translations, but maybe you can figure it out.
That is something that I am trying to do. I'm trying to translate a piece of Yithian technology that I acquired, and I don't really know much about it. I know there are markings and what seems to be some kind of written language on it. So I'd like to understand that and learn more about the item itself.
So his bulging eyes seem to get wider than they already are, and and he you've got Yith tech.
I believe so. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe.
How did you come across that? That's wow.
Would you believe me if I said it was a yellow man that was a puppet for a demon dog?
Demon dog. Oh, yeah. Fiona told me about your run-in with the beast. Yeah, that's where you got one of their weapons.
Yes. I don't know how they acquired it, but for whatever reason, they were in possession of the item.
Oh, very, very interesting. Yes.
Yes, it was very unexpected and has been the bulk of my fascination and curiosity for a while. I just haven't had a lot of time to really focus on it. There were other distractions in the way.
Oh, well, yes, take all the materials you need to research this, and whatever you discover, whatever you find, make sure you document it. I would love to go over your work.
Of course, I would love for you to be able to help me peer review this.
Oh, of course. Now, I will say, you are not capable of speaking Yith, but you may be able to understand the language written.
As long as I can at least have a familiarity with the symbols and iconography, I think that should suffice.
Ah, yes. Yeah. Or acquire tendrils like these, and he kind of waves his mouth tendrils at you, and like you hear like these hisses and gurgles, And he's like, if you can somehow grow these, you may be able to speak it one day.
I will take that into consideration.
Oh, yes. I may be able to help you find out how to do that. I don't know. I will look into it.
Thank you, Hastings. And I'll take the materials and I'll start walking to the elevator back in my study, and I just have like the biggest fucking wide-eyed, like, what the hell did I just look at kind of thing. like the Chris Pratt face, but like in horror.
Yeah.
Like internal screaming intensifies.
Yeah. Oh man, I love Zoogs.
They're cool.
Technically, Victor could eat a Zoog and then have that stuff to be able to speak it if he knew.
Well, you could know how to speak it, but I don't even know if you have like the physical characteristics of doing so.
Yeah, you don't.
The way it sounds.
But he could
But
change
what he was
himself
saying is he
physically.
could like alter himself into the Zoog.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a very good point.
I didn't think about that.
Huh.
I forget that Victor can transform into other things because he keeps failing it.
Yep.
Well, right now you can't speak and form a coherent. You can form a coherent.
Who can't?
Coherent. I can't speak today.
You're still drunk. It's okay.
Thought, but you can't speak it. So it's kind of a moot point right now.
Yeah. I can speak some. The babbling comes and goes just like your, unconsciousness.
It's okay. Just let me get like 2 more bottles and we'll play that out.
It just so
again.
happens to come every time you try talking.
I hope not. That'll make this session very frustrating.
Yeah. I'm not that big of an asshole. Maybe.
We'll find out if I DM the next game and see what happens.
All right. So where are you wanting to take the materials down while you're watching, observing your brew?
Yeah, I'll probably just set up shop right in Fiona's lab and just kind of be reading it over and monitoring the progress of the potions.
All right. Like as you are, I'm not going to make you roll on your brewing. Like you're going to be successful on brewing your potions.
I got double proficiency on it. I think I'll be fine.
Oh, okay.
As long as you don't pass out.
Well, I was just saying I'm not gonna, like, if you do fall unconscious, there are times whenever you do fall unconscious and you wake up and Fiona's right there and she's like tending to your wounds of like smashing your head on the ground or on a desk or something.
Hold on. Actually, I think I have a So if I can use magical tinkering, can I? Because one of the things with magical tinkering is whenever you tap, you can have an object that emits a re-recorded message that can be heard up to 10 feet away. Can I set it up as like a timer? So like if I pass out like at every like 5 minutes or whatever, it'll just be like a loud like snapping wake up.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, I think that would be good. That way it's not like, oh, well, you'll just wake up, shortly after you pass out. I need something that's going to like knock me back up.
Yeah. That goes off. Sometimes you're in the middle of something and you do fall over and you hit yourself. And those times Fiona is there and she, you wake up to the sound and she's tending to your wounds.
Hot.
Like,
and I'm trying to study for a midterm during all of this. This is horrible.
Yeah. But so as you're brewing and everything, it seems to sort of ground you in a way. You feel better when you're brewing, or when you're actively working with it. Like it's very grounding for you. But whenever you're going through the Yithian stuff, which you have before, you've looked through stuff and you weren't able to really make out anything. There wasn't any translations to really help you. But in your madness state right now, they seem to just make sense to you, and you're able to start translating things and finding patterns to where you're creating a what do you call it?
Understanding.
Yeah, an understanding, but I mean, like you're in your notes, like you're creating
like
a
like
key,
a cipher?
an alphabet key.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Like a cipher. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, cipher. Yeah,
It only took me going crazy to figure that out. That's good to know for the future.
yeah.
Hey, next you should try Aklo.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh no.
But yeah, you're starting to really make progress. The name that you're getting from the translation of the on the gun doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to you. You still don't understand like their culture and everything like that, but you are starting to get a grasp of Yith.
Okay. Good. All right. How long do you think that would take?
That's going to take the whole time.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. That's fine.
Unless there was anything else you wanted to do as a break from that.
Not really. I think the fact that it's working, like I'm even in my deranged state, I'm starting to kind of put the pieces together. I think that would take up all of my attention, and kind of I would ignore any other kind of want I had at that point.
Now, I will say that you're starting to pick up on certain things within the materials that you have on devices. Like you're recognizing that some things are devices. You don't know exactly what they do. You also are picking up on chemical agents and combinations to make different alchemical things.
Now, are these chemicals, are these like material planes chemicals, or are these like stuff I've never seen before, but I can like relate them to things in the material world?
I would say that you don't know yet, because you don't have a full grasp of what it's talking about. You're just starting to really get the details that these things are, that they are mentioning devices and alchemical things.
Kind of like if I was to make a comparison, like anytime you see like the biohazard signal, like you don't have to know exactly what it means if you've never seen it before, but when you first look at it, you know, like, hey, this looks kind of disconcerting.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's kind of like that feeling.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're noticing there's devices, there's substances that can be made, stuff like that, but you haven't gotten the grasp of what those things actually are. You're classifying them.
All right.
I gotta say, this whole Yithian language thing is really giving me feelings of like Darmok and Jalad at Tanagra.
Yeah. His arms open wide.
I was thinking of Eternal Darkness, especially with the dread stuff going on. Pargon, Aranorn.
All right. So that's it for Julian.
Yep.
Hey everybody, it's Victor. A lot of really exciting stuff happened this episode. Hey, what happened this episode?
Aleister did a lot of reading and he talked to yak people.
Oh, Aleister did a lot of reading and talked to his yak buddies. And Julian, Julian, what did Julian do?
Julian also did a lot of reading. And he brewed some potions.
Julian also did a lot of reading and brewed some potions. I wasn't in this episode.
Talk about the podcast.
Anyway, if you wanna learn more about Microphones and Monsters, or get in touch with us, or keep up with what we're doing, just make sure to visit microphonesandmonsters.com. It's got links to all the Twitters and the Podbeans and the Patreons and all that good stuff.
Music.
And
Talk about the music.
oh, the music. The music was done by Marco Mazzei of Fallen Highway Studios. He wrote it and produced it and everything. It's really good music, and so we're really glad that we can listen to the music.
Go ahead and wrap it up.
Anyway, we hope you enjoyed yourself, and make sure to listen to the next episode of Microphones and Monsters, because then you get to hear what I did. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.